I'm Phyllis in Tennessee. I wanted to come along today. I'm going to make a cake. I want you to join me. The cake we're going to make is a Dr. Pepper cake. Now, I want to tell you a few things about Dr. Pepper. One thing I want to tell you is I usually don't drink Dr. Pepper. I'm not a fan of carbonated beverages. I've never enjoyed them. So I'm going to see if I like the Dr. Pepper cake. I've never made one. Our whole family loves Dr. Pepper. My husband, his brother loves Dr. Pepper. My son-in-laws love Dr. Pepper. Everybody loves Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper is not sponsoring me in any way with this video, but I wanted to make this cake. Now, Dr. Pepper is one of the oldest soft drinks in the United States. It trumps Coca-Cola by 1 year on its invention. It was invented by a doctor. Now, you know I love these doctors. I had my Dr. Salisbury steak video. I would love for you to watch that and make that for your family. Dr. Pepper cake is simple to make. It's semi-homemade. You can make it from scratch. That's perfectly okay. But today, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use a cake mix. My recipe calls for a Devil's Food cake mix, and I will be using my mixer today, so I'm going to go ahead and put my Devil's Food cake mix into here. This is a simple recipe. We're going to be putting it in a bundt pan. I've already sprayed my pan. Now, the next thing we're going to add to our mix is going to be 1 small box of chocolate pudding. Chocolate pudding going in. I wanted to tell you another little thing about when Dr. Pepper became so large in the United States. It was introduced, or it took its debut, as you might say, in 1904 at the St. Louis World's Fair. They were handing it out, giving it to people to sample. And at the same time they were doing that, the hamburger came out. So what a good combo to bring something out was a hamburger and a Dr. Pepper. I mean, even today, in 2025, if you're a Dr. Pepper lover, that's a favorite thing of yours. A grilled burger with a Dr. Pepper. So, who thought about putting it in a cake? I don't know, but we're going to try it today and see. Now, in 1950, they came out with a diet Dr. Pepper. Now, if I'm making a cake, I'm not going to use a diet Dr. Pepper. This is a real Dr. Pepper. We're going to add 1 1/4 cups of Dr. Pepper to our cake mix. First, I'm going to put my eggs in. And I'm going to, you know how I use another little bowl when I break my eggs? Because you don't want to put a bad egg in on what you've already got in your mixer. Let me break these 4 eggs and examine them and make sure they look good enough to go into our cake today. I hope that you all are doing great. I really appreciate you joining me today. It's still sweater weather here in Tennessee. It is about 50 degrees, but that's still cold for me. I'm still cold when it's 50. Our wind is about 10 miles an hour. We've had some horrific winds, 20 to 40 miles an hour. We've had trees blow over, and luckily no one hurt or anything like that. Now that I've got that in, I'm going to mix that up a little bit. And then we'll add our other ingredients. I think I will go ahead, for the smoothness of it, 1/2 cup of oil. Now, if you don't want to put oil in your mixes, you know, you can add 1/2 cup of applesauce. I do that quite often, but I'm not going to do it today. I'm just going to use the oil. This cake is not staying here. It's going to go somewhere, so I will use the oil. I'm going to turn on my mixer. It may be a little noisy at first. I wanted to tell you just that this Dr. Pepper that I'm going to add, and guess what I'm drinking today? Even though I don't really like it, I'm going to try it. And let me tell you why I'm going to try it. I haven't had one in probably 10 years. It's not bad at all. When they invented this drink, they put 23 ingredients in it. And I thought, oh wow, that's crazy. I just want to read you off some of the ingredients that they put in Dr. Pepper. Okay, these are the mixes they blended. Cherry, cloves, ginger, licorice, vanilla, caramel, carrot, blackberries, pepper. I guess that's why I think it tastes good. I love pepper. Lemon, nutmeg, and cloves. That's just part of the stuff. I couldn't write them all down for you guys. But you can look it up. It's got 23 mixes into one little drink. I mean, that's a lot. Now, when I drink this, I do get a taste, believe it or not, I do get the cloves. I can taste the cloves. All right, let's add our liquid. 1 1/4 cup of Dr. Pepper. Now, I wanted to tell you guys why I am drinking this. When it first came out, they told everybody when they invented it that if you would drink it at 10 o'clock in the morning, you'd have a Dr. Pepper, and then again at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, have another Dr. Pepper, and then by 4 o'clock in the afternoon, drink you another Dr. Pepper. I think are they 10-ounce cans or 12-ounce? I don't know. Well, drink you another one that you would have energy all day to get your work done. And I thought, well, you know, since the weather has been so dark and winter here, you can kind of get the doldrums of just being in the house and it's dark and the sun's not out. And that does affect my energy. I know my energy doesn't come from the weather, but I am affected by it. So I thought, well, land sakes, after reading this and thinking about taking a Dr. Pepper at those hours during my day, if I'm feeling, you know, a little tired, I might take a break and just have me a Dr. Pepper. Now, they say you can drink them hot. Just warm them up and drink them like a tea with some lemon. And I thought, well, that sounds pretty nice. So I'm gonna maybe, I don't think I can get 3 of them down in a day. I don't think I would be able to do that. But, you know, I could maybe do that 4 p.m. one. I get a little tired because I get up early. So by 4 p.m. I'm kind of winding down. So maybe at 4 o'clock I can get that one in. So today I have fixed me one, and I'm going to try to get this one down today. And see if it's going to give me any energy, and I'll give you guys a report back. All right, I'm going to bring you over here, and I don't think I'm going to bring you over here. You know what cake mix looks like. It looks delicious. Let's go over our recipe together and see if we've got everything in. We did our cake mix, our box of cake mix. We did our pudding mix. We did our Dr. Pepper. And we did 4 eggs and our oil. So everything is in for that. Now, I noticed that seemed like a lot of liquid. So I'm going to be interested to see how it comes out and what it looks like. All right, let me wipe down the sides and make sure we get every little bit of our goodness in here. This mixer sometimes doesn't get everything. Ooh, it smells good. I'm going to turn my oven on and get it heated up. You know, if this didn't have raw eggs in it, I'd have to taste of this because it sure does smell good. Ooh. You know, this may be a cake that I make a lot if it comes out really good. It has a really good flavor. All right, let me just mix this up really quickly. And then we'll pour it in our pan. And set to bake it at 325 degrees for 30 minutes until you insert something and it comes out clean. Usually what I insert is a toothpick. And if it comes out clean, I know it's ready. They really don't know how it got the name Dr. Pepper. A doctor did invent it, and his name was, let me see what his name was. I had it written down somewhere. Charles Alderton was his name, the one that invented it. The chemist or the pharmacist that invented it. So a doctor didn't really invent it. They don't know how it got the name. But anyway, it's been strong and going and selling since 1904. So it's amazing when you think about something that someone would create and it would sell, first of all, and that it would keep selling. So if you're thinking about inventing something, get to it and get it invented and get it out there. There's no telling how long it will last. And 1904 to now, that's a long time for something to keep going. All right, guys, let me bring my pan over here and let's get this cake in the oven. I'm so excited to see about how it's going to taste. I'm so ready to just see how it's going to taste. I'm probably going to end up making another cake right behind this one when I get this one done, because this one is going to my sweet, sweet neighbor that lives east of me down this way. Her father passed away, and I'm going to take this cake to her this afternoon, to her and her sweet family. You can see how beautiful this batter is going in. It is it's just velvety creamy. And I'm telling you, usually you can't smell a cake until it starts baking, but I already smell this. Oh my gosh. I guess it's the chocolate cake mix, the Devil's Food cake mix, that just smells incredible, guys. You've got to try this recipe with me. Now, I'm going to make us one right behind this one. Since I've already got my little mixing bowl here for my mixer already messed up, I'm just going to put another one right in. And we'll go from there. That way, I'll get to try it and see if it's good. And yes, I should sample it. But with a cake like this, you can't sample it if you're going to take it to somebody. Oh, it just smells delicious. It smells so good. It's so chocolatey. I just thought this would be a good week. Winter is still here with us in Tennessee. I just thought it would be a good week to make some cakes. We'll do cake week. My next video will also be a cake. Now, there goes my oven. It's ready. Perfect timing, oven. You're doing good. Now, I'll tell you, my next cake that I'll be making, we're going to make cake week. We're going to start the week off making cakes. My next cake will be an amaretto cake. Amaretto is a liqueur that is very, I'm going to bring you up here and let you see the batter. I can't get over the creaminess of it. Amaretto cakes. I've made several at Christmas for people. You see the creaminess of that? I just can't get over how creamy it is. And it smells delicious. But my next cake, my next video will be, let me turn it up here where you can see me. My next cake will be an amaretto cake. Now, amaretto cakes are made from liquor. And let me show you what I'm talking about. Amaretto cake. My oven is going at 350 degrees for 30 minutes. I'll check it at 25 just to make sure that it's not getting too done too fast. This is amaretto. This is a taste of Italy. I think this is an Italian liquor. It makes a wonderful cake. It kind of has a bitter almond taste. Almonds and apricots and juices are in this liquor. A lot of Italian cocktails are made with this. And a lot of people, if you're having a leisurely meal, you don't have any children, you're not, working, they'll put this in their, you're not working, you put this in your coffee. So we're going to try to make a cake on video with this. Now, I have done this a lot of times. When I made cakes, I would make them for people who would request these. Once they had one, they wanted them again. They liked them. They enjoyed them. They said they had a great taste. I've made these before, but I've never made the Dr. Pepper cake. When my cake gets done baking, I'm going to bring you guys back, let you see it. I'm taking this to, like I said, to my dear sweet neighbor, Whitney, and her family. She lost her dad, and so we're thinking about her. And if you've lost someone lately, I'm sure sad and sure sorry about that. There's just nothing harder, I don't think, than giving up your family and the people that you love. So thanks for stopping in today. And when I get it out, I'll bring you back. Okay, I'm halfway through this Dr. Pepper. Got halfway through it. And now we're going to make our icing. Let's make our icing. What we're going to do is we're going to put 1 cup powdered sugar. And you know, if it's got powdered sugar in it, it's going to be pretty good. To that powdered sugar, we will add 3 tablespoons of cocoa. Three level tablespoons. 3 level tablespoons. We will add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And to this mixture, we will also add 3 tablespoons, which I don't think that's enough. We'll start out there. It might be too much. 3 tablespoons of Dr. Pepper. 1, 2, 3. So let's see if that's going to make the deal. Now what you do is you just want to blend this together. Ooh, it smells so good. I love a powdered sugar icing. I mean, there's nothing better than that. I mean, is there really anything better than that? Ooh-wee. I wish you could smell the cocoa and the Dr. Pepper. Gosh. It's coming together pretty easy. You know, I tell y'all all the time, I just love to just mix and stir and carry on a bunch of stuff. I just love to cook. I'm the happiest when I'm in the kitchen. And that started early for me in life. I had two younger brothers, and I always made them mud pies, and they never ate them. They never took a bite, but I sure made the mud pies. And this chocolate icing kind of reminds me of the fun I had. And sometimes I'd sneak in the house and get my mother's washing powder, Tide, that white washing powder, and get that wet with the water hose and mixed it up a little bit and make some icing for those mud pies. But they never ate them. I think I'm gonna get a fork and kind of break up the little powdered sugar. I don't want anybody to get a big bite of that powdered sugar, so I'm just gonna kind of mash that just a little. And of course, I'm gonna take a sample of this icing. I just want to get those pieces mashed up good. Well, our cake was done in 30 minutes. I've had it out of the oven cooling, and while it was cooling, Alan and myself, we had some lunch, and he's been making some cabinets. Well, he's building an entertainment center. It's really pretty. Really, really pretty. Now, you see how this is kind of watery a little bit? It's just a little watery, and it's too watery for me. So, I'm going to correct that. You can make it thinner. You can make it thicker. I'm going to make it thicker by adding a little bit more powdered sugar into the mix. Now, it did call for 1 cup, my recipe, but I want it just a little thicker. A drizzle is always good, but I just want it just a little thicker. And sometimes when I start playing with this, I get it a little too thick, but that's okay. Won't take a minute to just make it a little thicker and a little sweeter because you're adding sugar. All right, we're there. Oh, now I'm going to show you the difference. It's a little slower. See, it's a little bit slower. I'm not sure it's slow enough. Now I've probably got it too thick. Yeah, I think this is it right here. This is the way I like it. So I would say that we put 1.5 cups, right under 1.5 cups, to slow this icing down where we want it. Let's bring our cake over here. Let's ice it. Here's our cake. Let me show you what it looks like. When I first took it out of the oven, I thought, oh, it doesn't look done. But it was. It's so pretty. And it smells amazing. Now, since this is leaving and going somewhere, I'm going to put it on one of these plates I get at Dollar Tree. I get like 4 in a pack for $1.25. I don't know why they call it Dollar Tree. Anyway, let's flip our cake out. And there's our cake. I'm going to kind of center it on here so that my icing can run down the sides and in the middle. And I usually fill the bottom of the cake to see if it feels cool enough for icing instead of touching the cake. All right, let's ice it. Oh, it smells good. It smells so good. Let me make sure all of my little lumps are out. Y'all, I might have got this too thick. Now you can put this in a bag and pipe it on. I'm just going to drizzle it. I'm just going to drizzle it on. Can you see me just drizzling it on? And you know, if you take this cake somewhere to somebody, you know, and they say, well, what is that unusual taste in that cake? You can tell them it's a Dr. Pepper cake. They probably won't believe you. But do it. Tell them it's Dr. Pepper. They made it with Dr. Pepper. Now I'm drizzling kind of slow, just so it can run down the little indentations on the cake. And I want all of the icing on the cake. I don't want to leave any in the bowl. That's the best part. The icing. You see how it's barely drizzling out now. It's still coming out. But I think on our first thing we did with our cup, it would have been too thin and watery. To me, this is just perfect. Now I want to see. Love it. Man, I'm going to have to see, you know, if this is going to be good enough to take to anybody's house. Man, the cocoa and just 3 tablespoons of Dr. Pepper. Now this is what you call licking the bowl. I always did it when my mama cooked. I can taste the Dr. Pepper. Make you a Dr. Pepper cake. I bet you'll love it. I'm gonna let this cool off just a wheezy bit more, and I'm gonna run this down to Whitney and her sweet family. If her and her family get together tomorrow, I hope she can take this with her and they can enjoy it. I'm gonna bring you up close and let you look at where all my icing went. I love it when you have a bundt cake and it's full of stuff in the middle. Ooh, that just makes me want to get in there and get me a big spoonful of that gooey in the middle, doesn't it, you? All right, let me put my Dr. Pepper down. And remember, it's 350 degrees at 30 minutes. There's not a whole lot of cleanup with this, with making this cake. Let me bring you up. Here's our cake. Can you see down in the middle? See all the icing down in there? Man, you know, I just really wish you could, you know, just smell it. The cocoa and the Dr. Pepper and, oh my gosh. You know, I just had to ice it. I couldn't leave it without any icing on it. Just wouldn't be right not to put some good Dr. Pepper icing and cocoa on it. If you've made this before, let me know. Let me know how your family liked it. And if you haven't made it, maybe you'll decide to make it in the future. Guys, I appreciate you coming by. watching me do the cake. It was so easy. You know, I love to stir and mix and piddle around, and I don't mind doing dishes. I have a dishwasher, and I'm so thankful for that. But I don't mind doing dishes. I'm thankful that, you know, that we have enough food to eat and to share with people, that we shouldn't begrudge doing any dishes or any housework or dish work. So just be thankful for what you've got, and make you some cake. So easy. It was semi-homemade if you buy your cake mix. If you buy that, then you don't have to, you know, do all your additives and make your own flour. But if you do, that's great. But this was a quick, easy gift to take to somebody. Make you one. If you're not eating cakes, we're going to have cake week. But if you're not eating cakes, take them to somebody. Take them to somebody that's tired of being stuck in the house in the winter. It might be a good cheer-up gift for them, and they may really enjoy it. I appreciate y'all stopping by. Thank you so much for liking my channel. And to my subscribers, thank you so much. And if you haven't subscribed, it's totally free. It doesn't cost you a thing. So if you would, please subscribe to my channel. It helps me so much. It helps me to grow. And I'll see y'all in the next cake video. Just remember, it's cake week, and we got some cakes coming up, and I hope one of them will be your favorite. You'll have to let me know at the end of the week which one was your favorite that you enjoyed the most. I love y'all. Bye-bye.